Welcome to Transparency with Hendrix, a safe, welcoming space for all things transgender. Hendrix shares his own personal journey of transition. He discusses issues that affect the transgender communities and their families with informative, laid-back discussions and guests. And here is your host, Hendrix.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your host, Hendrix, and welcome to my first episode of my podcast, Transparency. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody here, and I hope everybody is truly living life to the fullest, living in the moment, living in the present. So, a couple of things. This introduction is not going to be too long, but it's just going to be used to give just some brief information about myself and why I wanted to start this podcast and what this podcast is about. So, like I said before, my name is Hendrix. Hendrix is my official name. It is the name that I gave myself, and it is the name that I go by on a daily basis. I am a 32-year-old transgender male, black, FTM, female to male. This is what that means. I was assigned female at birth, and now I identify as a male and live as such. Simple as that. I am from South Carolina, born and raised. I am a full-time soldier, been serving on active duty for 14 years. God bless America. Something that I would say about myself is I'm pretty much an introvert. I don't fool with a lot of people. I mostly keep to myself. I do a lot of things alone. Now, this is not because of transitioning, or it's not because no one loves me. But honestly, in solitude is the best way for me to recharge. And what I found is it's when I have the most peace of mind, and it's when I'm the most productive. It's when I'm calm and I'm vibing with myself. When I have that alone time. I love it. I can be extroverted at times when a situation permits or just when it's necessary. Makes sense, right? Given my occupation. It depends on the trust that I have in that person or individual. I am an Aquarius, and we can go ahead and clear this up right now, which is the best sign in the universe. You heard it. There it is. That being said, I am a very laid back person. I don't do drama at all. I don't get caught up in any mess and no craziness, stuff like that. I'm very, very calm. I can get along with almost anybody. I can get along with almost anybody as long as you get along with me. So, I don't really bother anybody. I don't be with all that bullshit. As long as you don't bother me. And then we cool. One of the most important things that I think is missing in the transgender community is this. I want people to understand that transitioning is not just a physical thing. It's so much more than that. That's where we need more awareness there. We need more visibility of transitioning outside of physical appearance. Is physical appearance important? Hell yeah. Absolutely. But what I'm saying is it's not the only part of transitioning. And we got to talk about the rest. We have to talk about everything else. That being said, we also transition and socially, mentally, emotionally, all of that. And sometimes even our perspectives change. And our growth and self-development as transgender people is very unique. Look, I'm only one voice. That's it. But essentially what I want to happen is I want to host different guests. I'm talking other transgender people, different experts, therapists. Just, I want this to be a safe place for those who need it. All right. So for those who may need some inspiration or some motivation or just a little pick me up, because this journey is not easy by any means. And trust me, I know the struggle. The struggle is real damn familiar around here. I want to use this platform to promote encouragement, to make it a positive atmosphere, and to remind other transgender people that, look, you aren't alone. You're not. You're not. You never were. You never will be. And no matter how hopeless things may seem, and even on your absolute shit days, your worst days, you have to know and believe that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Multiple ones. There's hope. There's new opportunities, acceptance, self-love, growth, peace, whatever you desire, whatever you need, it's there at the end of that tunnel. So you have to keep fighting and you have to keep pushing. You can't give up. Don't give up. You have to find that inner strength and get what is meant for you. Because I assure you, what is meant for you is there. It's there. Supporters are more than welcome. I love it. Even if you are not a transgender person, but just a supporter, or you want to learn more about the transgender community, what it means to be transgender, and hear some of the different stories and experiences that we have. Even better. Because by you acquiring that knowledge or that information, it may enable you to help somebody else. And that's what this is all about. So all of that is the basis for this podcast. That is what this podcast is about. That's why I'm doing it. Because we need it. We need it. So hey, if you're listening and you think this is for you, or you think it may be for you, then stick around, subscribe. And if it's not, hey, that's okay too. Hopefully you leave here knowing, enlightened. Maybe hopefully you leave here enlightened, and maybe you learned something that you didn't know before. And I can vibe with that. That's cool. So I think that's going to wrap things up for this episode, for this first episode. I really appreciate all of you for tuning in. Real talk. Until next time, I wish you peace of mind, body, and soul. Hendrix.
You've been listening
out.
to Transparency with Hendrix. Join us again next time for a view into the transgender world. And remember to like and subscribe to this channel. We really appreciate it. See you next time.